What is the most bullshit profession that actually exists? Paparazzi. Professional stalking harassment. Look up to Bay Maguire's breakdown in front of the press. He's yelling at them to move because he just wants to drive off, but they swarm and surround the car instead. Complete and utter bullshit that paparazzi can basically harass celebrities and get paid for it. Nice apartment brokers. I hate having a middleman. The only way it would make sense to me is if they were there to negotiate on my behalf, but instead they are incentivized to do the very opposite. I once heard about an apartment opening in Nice from a friend of mine in the building, so I called the landlord and she said this is when it's available, this is the rent, oh, and there's a broker's fee, and I'm the broker. Such a scam, but I paid it because you have to in Nye. Promotional speaker. Let me tell you how I became successful charging you $10,000 to speak how I get $10,000. Feels like that book titled How I Made $290,000 selling books that was for sale on Amazon for $290,000. So I'm jobless, Ron, and looking to see what to sort of do with my life now. Feeling a Lyle lost Yano and saw an ad on social media for some kind of thing. Essentially, it's free, so you can sit in on a presentation about how to find the right job career for you, something to be passionate about and happy in your life, unfulfilled, etc. Like strategies on how to do it. The presentation was actually not even that bad, but this girl obviously made her sales pitch at the end to get people to sign up for her course, to get the full content. The price was wild, and her story was how she was successful in her former job, but unhappy and didn't have any direction or fulfillment. Blah, blah, blah. And now she's so fulfilled and happy and working her passion. By roping people into her course about finding their passion. That's her job. I dunno, it felt weird. Her course was like $4,000 or something really outrageous. I was expecting something like $1,000. Either way, wasn't gonna pay, but her price was insane. Anyone who says they have an investing strategy, 100 makes money from selling this bullshit and couldn't make money investing in a million years. You can add the 25-year-old that swears he clears 30 per month in timed forex and crypto trades because of his proprietary software that you too can use. I have an investment strategy, but I'm not trying to sell it. Free advice. Max out your 400 on, work on whatever match you get. Go with mutual funds or whatever. Doesn't matter if you won't be at that job until you retire. Take advantage of the free money. Even if you pull it all out early, the big penalty that seems to worry people is that you pay like 10 a tide plus the taxes you would pay on it anyway. It looks like a lot because of the taxes, but really it's just 10 over what you would have paid anyway. Your match should more than cover it, unless it sucks. Even if you don't keep it going forever, switching jobs is a convenient time to get a call from the 401 company asking if you want to stay with them now that your employer isn't covering the fees, or if you just want to check for $20,000. Whatever the person who's in charge of making the malware and annoying redirect ads is called edit. My bad, thought in charge is written as in charge is written as in charge edit too. Should mentioned this earlier, but if you're suffering from this, get the uBlock Origin browser extension. It's the best thing that could have possibly been made for a browser. The person in charge of making the malware is the best comment in this thread. Thanks for the laugh, brother. The jerk off at insurance companies who gets to choose if a medical procedure is covered. Yay, like the one who decided my C-section was not considered necessary. Ticket broker and console broker, aka ticket scalper and console scalper, add no value to the transaction, just needlessly insert themselves to profit. Fuck 'em. Food scalper is the new thing. Both the big delivery folks and small-time scammers that set up websites and ads to ride on top of local restaurants, charge extra on top, and then just place the same order. Wow, what a slime ball that guy is in the screenshot. Ticketmaster. You can add to that bunch lots of other middlemen like various jobs that only exist in the American health industry. Anyone who sells mom garbage. No, I don't want to buy your average at best makeup. Mom's losing money. Hey Queens, did you know that you can make $5 billion from home every month by simply joining my team and selling this amazing product? All you have to do is add lots of people on Facebook that you have 1 or 2 mutual friends with, or message people you haven't talked to in at least 5 years, saying, "Hey fatty, you're looking ugly as fuck since high school. How you been, girl? Do you want to buy my wraps or my pills, you fucking skank? Message me for more info, gross bitch. XOXOXOXOX. XOXOXO, I love you, my 3 pink Mercedes and I took my family of 38 people to Cancun not once, not twice, but 13 times this past week alone. I also literally cured myself of 8 different kinds of cancer. This could be you. Buy a starter kit at no cost to you, except $500. Mom, I knew a guy who'd coached my kids for years, and his wife had managed the teams, etc. I felt I owed them. So when the request to visit them for vague, mysterious purposes came in, I accepted, not a bit dubiously. Anyhow, it turns out they just joined Malmoney 101. I don't recall which. I listened politely, stayed for the whole thing, said no thanks and left, scratched off my those 2 debt from my karmic register, and never accepted another invitation from them, ever accepted another invitation from them ever again. Ordinarily, I tell anyone trying to sell me on something, fuck off, politely of course, the first time. After that I become, well, no one has ever asked me a 3rd time. Pete Communicator, yes, we have these in my country, and there's this famous internet joke, Communicator, your pet wants to be pet more often. Owner, he's a fish. Edit, I'm surprised that lots of places actually have this, and many people are buying it instead of doing their homework. After a dog attacked one of my friend's dogs at the dog park, the owner came back the next day saying he took his dog to the psychic and found out that the reason his attacked was because the other called his dog fat. There was a pet psychic show on TV that I assume got green, lit on the heels of whoever that asshole guy was that used cold reading to talk to dead people. It was really stupid. I remember the lady telling a dog's owner he says he wants you to give him more French fries, and the owner started freaking out like gom gom. How did you know? He loves French fries. You can actually pet fish, and some do enjoy it actually. Funny story. I have horses, and there was a horse at the barn where I board them who was kind of rowdy, and he would tear his stall up at night and do weird shit that usually ended up in him getting hurt. The owner tried all kinds of things to make him feel more settled, and nothing helped. She called a psychic who told her the horse didn't like the noise and the fan in his stall was putting off. She replaced the fan with a quieter one, and I'll be damned, horse stopped acting like an idiot. I was mind blown. Psychic. Any kind, especially those who prey on people, mourning the dead and convincing them they are speaking. Televangelists. Biggest scammers in the world. But don't worry, just slap the name Jesus or God and it's legit. Jewish space laser operators. Psychic. I knew you were going to say that. A friend started a career as a psychic, but gave it up, couldn't see any future in it. Pharmacy benefits manager. Phone, text, email solicitations for anything. If I wanted to buy something or sell you my house, I would contact you. Fuck off. Salt bar. Salt bay. My immediate supervisor. Cleaning up the pens at a rodeo. After a cattle auction or fair too. What about the pencils? Internet trolls unofficially backed by political parties. Medium. Medium. She looks like an extra large to me. Paparazzi. Life coaches, especially the ones in their 20s. Listen, you don't know shit about shit. And if your coach title doesn't start with a sport in front of it, you're a fraud. You know nothing. In fact, you know less than nothing. If you knew that you knew nothing, then that would be something, but you don't. I have a friend who does this. He was just bouncing between dead-end jobs until he went to a coaching seminar. Now he has 8, 10, insecure 20. Something's paying him $2,000 a month for gym schedules, recipes, and girl advice. On one hand, get your money, dude. On the other, it's all basic shit they could get from a Google search. They don't need to give you $2 a month to tell them to shop at Ham and do 10 pull-ups. It feels predatory. Edit. This got a lot of attention, so I feel like I should add more context. His clients are mostly young, nerdy guys who graduated and immediately got 6-figure tech jobs. No one's skipping rent to pay him. He also pays people for secretary work, social media, and marketing, and he doesn't always have a full roster, so he's not taking home the full amount every month. I think he takes home $70 a year, all said and done. Good money, but not quite as lucrative as people are imagining. I believe the seminar he attended was like $8,000 for a weekend where they teach you the whole business, and then for 99 of people who attend it never works out. It took him multiple years to get all this working to a point where he could do it full time. The part that doesn't sit well with me is the way he advertises and the quality of content he provides. The marketing is very heavy on the confidence game, targeting insecurity. You feel ugly and overlooked, and you're short and out of shape. Everyone doubts you, and girls don't pay attention to you. Fuck all that. Join my team and we can change things. Just really leaning into young men's insecurity. The program itself is really basic. The cooking is like fried rice that you'd find on all recipes. The workouts are very entry-level and only require a pull-up bar. He does it all remotely. The core of the advice is stuff you could find in Askreddit. How do I look more attractive for you? I can appreciate the personal touch and the accountability he provides as a coach. I trust that he's a genuine cheerleader for them, but it's hard for me to value it at $2,000 a month. It doesn't work for him because it's really good. It works because he's very attractive, in great shape, and these guys think they'll look just like him in a few months. I can't help but feel most of these guys are going to look back on his coaching after getting a few more years of life experience and feel like they got scammed because they were young, inexperienced, and lonely. I ain't knocking the guys for wanting it, and I'm not knocking him for selling it, but it doesn't feel right. A former co-worker of mine who is 48 years old is dating a 19-year-old life coach who specializes in helping TikTok dancers. My sister used a camp consultant to find a summer camp for her kid. I'm still in shock that that is a real job and that my sister hired one. Once worked at a company where they had social media officers whose jobs were to go through Instagram and like and comment on photos of hot people. They earned more than I did, no idea how. There is more to it than that. If you have a big company with a big social presence, it can take a whole day. They may also be the ones doing the planning and content creation as well. It's super effective in getting people engaged with your brand and selling product. I hated doing it as part of my job and could never do it as a stand-alone job. Social media marketing is proven very effective and very cheap compared to more conventional advertising method. Telemarketing. In the US, the entire medical insurance industry, we pay more for insuring individuals than most countries pay to care for individuals. Beyond that, the cost-reducing policies of insurers creates a product, the care itself, which is focused on saving a little now and not focused on the long-term health of the patient. So, an inherently inferior product, but at least it's expensive. Is being involved in an MAM considered to be a profession? What is the most bullshit profession that actually exists? Bovine proctologist? The people who have to install indicators on BameDuel. I mean, at least they won't require replacement. Influencers. Influencer managers. The entire health insurance industry. Health insurance companies in the US have exactly two motivations. Extract as much money as possible while you are healthy. Hope you die as quickly as possible once you are sick. Influencer, life coach. Assistant jizz mopper at the local adult video store. Assistant to the jizz mopper. Los Polos Hermanos owner. That guy does nothing with his time and just smiles. It's not even like he runs his business. He's always disappearing and going to some weird laundromat near my home. At the Edinburgh Zoo, the penguins will track the planes as they pass overhead and fall in their backs. They employ someone to write the penguins when this happens. That sounds like an important job. Nobody wants to see fucky pingos. You'd think they could have just get one of those things that bowling alleys have to stand the pins back up.